I found out information that I didn't want to believe was true, but it made all the challenges that I had experienced make sense. And so as you watch this video today, you will likely be surprised. A lot of you will be angry because when I heard this information, I was angry because I knew I had wasted hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. We're gonna talk about it today, but I just wanna prepare you so that you are ready to take in this information and do your own personal research afterward. And so the reason why I even created this video is because I had a conversation with a representative that worked at Dun & Bradstreet. Once I heard what she told me, I knew I had to share it with my community. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew y'all needed to know. And so I've broken this video down into the 4 reasons why in building business credit with no PG is set up for us to spend hundreds of dollars to companies that don't wind up helping us build our business credit. The first ugly truth about business credit is that there is a very high likelihood that your business credit profile is incorrect, which means that you have to spend your time and your energy away from managing and running your business to call these credit bureaus to try to correct incorrect information. And so when it comes to business credit profiles, the business credit bureaus have no legal obligation to make sure your business information is correct. In fact, they are incentivized and make money when your business credit information is incorrect. And so when it comes to business credit reports, we aren't protected like we are when it comes to our personal credit. And so the Fair Credit Reporting Act, also known as the FCRA, protects our personal credit reports and ensures that the credit agencies uphold accurate information. The same is not true on the business credit side, which leaves us as small business owners very vulnerable. The way that this connects to you is that you should not start building business credit until you make sure that all 3 business credit bureaus are reporting the right information on your business. Because if they have incorrect information, or if they're tying your business name to another business, then you aren't going to be able to build business credit under your business. Second ugly truth about building business credit is that your business has to be perfect. And by perfect, I mean that across the board, your business information needs to be the exact same. To give you an example, if I formed my LLC in the state of Texas and said that my business address was 1-800 South Street, and I spelled street ST. Then, let's say a year later, I go to get the Sam's Club business credit card. If I spell 1-800 South Street with a STREET rather than ST, they have the right to reject my application and not give me business credit. And so when it comes to building business credit, there is no room for error. And that relates to every aspect of your business, not just your business address. And so that means that your business name, your business phone number, your business email, your NAICS code, and your website have to be the exact same. And so if any of that information is inconsistent, it will hurt your chances of building business credit. The third ugly truth about business credit that I haven't heard anywhere else across the hundreds of business credit videos that I have watched is that the business credit bureaus themselves can reject your trade lines. Trade lines are accounts that can show up on your business credit reports. Typically, small business owners would add trade lines to help build their business credit. But there are different types of trade lines, and some of these trade lines could wind up not helping you build business credit. And so when it comes to trade lines, cash accounts work very different than trade lines that give you a line of credit. As my conversation with a Dun & Bradstreet representative, as of 2 months ago, they are no longer accepting cash accounts. If you're wondering, what is a cash account, Darcy? It is an account where you pay the company upfront a certain amount of money, and they tell you in exchange for that upfront money, we will report to the credit bureaus on your behalf. Dun & Bradstreet is not accepting cash accounts. If you have questions regarding cash accounts, accounts, you can call Dun & Bradstreet. They should let you know what is and is not accepted. And so I say this because if you've started on the business credit journey, you probably did your research and looked up videos and said, what vendor says that they report to the business credit bureaus? And so if they say they report, you think you're good, but you didn't know that the business credit bureaus can reject the trade line. And so if they reject a trade line that reported to them, it won't help you. It's like you never had it from the very beginning. And so according to the Dun & Bradstreet representative, in order for them to accept the trade line, the company or the vendor account has to extend your business out a line of credit. But that's not it. Dun & Bradstreet has the right to reject a trade line if you pay for products with a vendor account using your credit card. In order for them to accept a payment, you should be using a debit card. I stared blankly at the wall for a good 30 minutes in shock. I have never heard this before, that I needed to use my debit card in order for that vendor payment to be accepted. In addition to needing to use a debit card, Dun & Bradstreet, according to the representative, also has the right to reject your trade line if you send the products that you get from a net 15, net 30, net 45s to a different address. They have the right to reject that trade line. I made that mistake. I bought products from a popular net 30 account, but I don't use that stuff. So I sent it to another address. Now I know that will likely be a complete waste of money because I didn't send it to my business address. And so when it comes to business credit, it is stacked so much against us that there are steps and things that we need to do that nobody talks about, but can easily disqualify us and hurt our business credit report. And so business credit bureaus can see the date of your vendor payment, the amount of your vendor payment, the way that you paid for your vendor payment, and where or the location that product or order went to. And so there's so much detail that the vendors send back to the business credit bureaus that give them the full right to decide to reject the trade line that you thought were going to report to the business credit bureaus and help you build business credit. In addition, according to the Dun & Bradstreet representative, all transactions with vendor accounts need to be over $50, not including taxes and shipping. And so if you don't follow step by step the exact rules set out by the vendor account, as well as the business credit bureau, will wind up wasting money on products and services that will not help us build our business credit. The fourth ugly truth about building business credit is that throughout the entire process, there is going to be a clear lack of transparency. And so one quick example that I can give you is that when you finally have a trade line that reports and shows up on your business credit profile, it can look something like this right here. And so it doesn't specify what actual trade line reported successfully on your business credit profile. And so without that specific vendor name, you don't know which one of the companies that you bought products from successfully reported, unless you do it one by one, which could take months to a year. And so if anybody tells you that you can build business credit fast, in my personal opinion, after a year of trying to make it happen, I don't believe it's possible. And if you want to try to prove me otherwise, you can let me know in the comments. So at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, it is very important for us to build up our own personal credit to then help us get business credit to grow our business. If you want to go the route of getting business credit without a personal guarantee, I would say it can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to pay the upfront cost and go with a business credit professional that you trust. Because doing this journey on a solo mission is very difficult and can wind up wasting you time and money that you could have saved yourself from if you'd gone with a professional. Secondly, I want to say that business credit isn't your only way to get funding. There's also business grants, and that's a debt-free way to get funding for your business, which means that you don't have to pay it back. And there are a ton of companies and the government that give out 10K, 20K, 50K grants to help small business owners. And so if you're interested in learning more about business grants, check out this video right here.